9:10, good morning, and a little gray. Could have some rain throughout the day. 53 for your high, and, letting it all out in a diary or even just writings in general is kind of tough. But once you get there and you get to that point, knowing that no one's going to read it but you, then it feels good to write that stuff down. But at some point, you're going to open up that box and go, oh my gosh, my diary. And then what do you do with it there? Well, there's a documentary. It's called Mortified Nation, right? And it's a documentary about these people who get their diaries out in front of a whole crowded theater. They stand up on stage, their diary, a microphone, and they read from that. Now, what else happens in this movie, Jessica? Now, Jessica, what is your background? Why are you in on this, and what's the rundown with it?
Okay, well, Mortified is a live stage show that originated out of L.A. However, I knew nothing about this stage show. I was actually in my living room in Hickman, folding a little bit of laundry when my TiVo turned to the Sundance Channel, and there was Mortified Nation. And by the end of that film, I had identified with it so much that I had drafted an email to the producers of the film and the live show and started this process to try to start Mortified live in Nebraska. And that beginning point happens tomorrow when we premiere this live documentary, Mortified Nation.
So that's going to be where?
It's going to be at Joyo Theater. It's going to be, doors open at 6:30. The film will start 7-ish. I might get up and say a few words. And then after the film, we will have our very first brave soul, Kylie, who's going to read out of her journal. And then you'll have the opportunity to retake your awkward high school photo, courtesy of Chris Tierney with a laser 80s background.
Oh, cool.
And there will be a dollar raffle for a collectible Swatch watch, too.
Well, how did you get, why did that grab your attention so much that you want to write a note to the email to the producer and then bring this documentary here? What grabbed your attention so much?
I think that everybody that has survived through their awkward years can identify with Mortified. I dare to say most of us have a shoebox hidden away under their bed, high in a closet, that contains things that you would rather die than have anybody see.
Instead, though, on the flip side, or you go in front of a large audience and read it to people.
Or
the complete opposite, right.
Or you get up on stage and just share it. And by the end of it, there's people that'll get up on stage and they probably feel like vomiting when they're up there, because it's everyday people. And so once they get up there, by the end of their reading, you've got a whole entire theater cheering for you. And it's very cathartic and almost therapeutic in a way as well, but also incredibly hysterical.
Well, to be able to look back at the stuff that maybe you called your parents and why you're calling them that, and you can see the trailer, too, and we'll have that up on our Facebook page, Matt McKay Mornings 106.3 KFRX, and you can see that, see if you're interested in it. The show's happening tomorrow at the Joyo. It's called Mortified Nation, trying to get the Mortified show, the chapter, to be here in Lincoln so that you can participate in getting up on stage and this whole audience watching you read your stuff from your diary. That's step 2. Step 1, go and see this movie.
Absolutely.
Joyo happening tomorrow. Should we do some tickets?
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to give away some tickets, 4 tickets, so you can just call in. Is
cool.
That how you want to do
Let's
that?
do it. 486-1063 if you want these tickets. Call now.